Hello, welcome to the Untitled Car Show. My name is Ike. I will be your host for the program. We're going to be talking about large family vehicles. In this series, we're going to be talking about what makes these cars good for the enthusiast and what makes these cars good for the enthusiast significant other. We're going to be talking about family vehicles. Today, I'm in a Mazda CX-9.
The Mazda CX-9 Touring all-wheel drive, which this model is, has a 2.5-liter turbocharged inline four-cylinder. That's right, a four-cylinder and a full-size SUV, pushing out power to all four wheels through a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's a very stylish-looking vehicle. I especially love the front of the car. I like the grille, the giant grille it has on it, and the little design features it has there in front of its front tires. The headlights, the kind of swoop and very Mazda body language on this vehicle. I really think this is one of the best looking SUVs on the market right now. It especially does this weird trick on the eye where it looks smaller until you get up close to it. A few other modern cars do this trick very well, like the Dodge Challenger, I think, is a good example. The interior in this model is finished off with this wonderful beige color with black and silver accents, and I think it is absolutely phenomenal looking. It's got a infotainment system that's a little hard to figure out at first, but 7-passenger SUV, very comfortable in the back seats. I think it's a very good looking car, and I think the interior is very good looking too. I would probably trim mine out in this similar color with this similar price point. This car's MSRP is right around $38,000. Who knows what you could pick it up for incentives?
This little system here, though, I will say this is Mazda's new setup. You got your stereo, your navigation, your home screen. It's all very well. It's all very driver-oriented. The issue is this does take some getting used to. So if you're not a fan of technology, you and technology don't get together, let's say you're my dad, you might not enjoy it as much as a simple touchscreen. This does have a nice feel to it, and that it is a little disconcerting because I first got in here and I went to push on the screen, obviously not a touch screen. My wife got in here, went to push on the screen, obviously not a touch screen. It does have a sport button right here, which all I've really discovered is that makes the shift later, which is fine when you are really in the back roads. But really, if you press it in the city or on the highway, you're just kind of killing gas mileage for no good reason. Everything is nice though. It's got heated seats, not cooled seats, but just heated. I don't know, I think $40,000, maybe cooled seats kind of need to be in there. Alright, let's talk car seats for a moment. So, unless you got a super high-end fancy, like a Britax or something like that, typically, you get one of these types of connectors with your car seat, which is fine, except for in this vehicle, you can kind of see down here, there's like an extra flap that comes down and covers that, which is nice because it stops everything from getting down in. But you got to be able to lift up this and put this in there through it, and it's a big pain in the butt to get car seats installed and attached here. And one of the other issues is when the car seat's actually installed, you can't actually raise up the seat to get into the back. Like this one is just one clip installed and you can't get into the back, which is a bit of a disappointment, but it is understandable. They did make arrangements for a car seat on both sides, but you actually can't put one in the middle because of the way it's set up, and only the one on this side back here can actually have a car seat installed. So you're limited to 2 car seats for a 7-passenger vehicle and actually still be able to get into the back. Now, let's see how long it takes for me to get into the back here. This is genuinely the first time I've ever tried getting into the back. So, let's start the clock now. So, doing this. Let's head forward. Step in. Get back. And I'm in the back. In the way back. And this is actually kind of comfortable. Let's put this all the way back. Not bad. I can kind of adjust everything from here. Folding down the seat, not that difficult. You grab, headrest goes down, push. That's it. Same thing. Once you get the back seats down, and you get these middle seats down, you got quite a bit of volume in here. If you ever need to go camping. Oh. Again, not to brag, but I'm 6'2", and I am laying completely flat in the back of this SUV with plenty of room on both sides. And I got these nice sunshades here, so if I need to take a nap, I can. And then, if I really want, I can look at the stars through the sunroof. I love Mazda engineers because they're always thinking of the little things. So, if you have a significant other and she has the same pet peeve as my wife will, be in the passenger seat, will be on a 40-minute cruise somewhere, and she'll be comfortable doing what she wants to do over here, and then all of a sudden, I need to get gum, so I go in here to get gum. Now, what drives her nuts? She hates it. She's like, I was just getting comfortable, I was about to pass out. I go, oh, I'm sorry, sweetie, I just need to get my gum. So what did Mazda do? My wife can be comfortable over here. Look, you can be comfortable riding around. You can even have your little head rested here. I can get in here, I can rummage around. She doesn't even know. It's brilliant. It's the little things that Mazda's thinking about you. Because split phones. I don't know why every car doesn't have this. This is a marriage saver right here. I mean, when it comes to the bad in terms of expectations with a large 7-passenger SUV, this really doesn't have as many down points as it should. What your non-enthusiast significant other is going to love about this car. It's big, it's roomy, it's comfortable. You can do basically any weekend chore with this and not really feel like you have to go out and run a truck, or you have to really make any sort of sacrifice in terms of day-to-day. This car can really do it all. They'll love all the fancy interior stuff. They'll love the good audio. There's not much. I mean, in terms of, if you're looking for a 7-passenger SUV, you want a large one that gets decent gas mileage. This is it. I mean, this is one of the best ones on the market, in my personal opinion. What they won't like, maybe the steering's a little heavier than it should be for a large passenger SUV, but that's again to the good handling characteristics of you really do know where you're going to put the nose of this car. Things I don't really like about this car. I have one complaint really about this car. I don't know if this is a byproduct of my height or my weird posture, or if this is something that Mazda really needs to work on. I don't love these seats. I don't think they're the most comfortable seats on the planet. They're a little stiff for my taste. Maybe you like a bit of a stiff seat. It just doesn't do it for me. I've been driving this thing about 60 miles a day for the last week. I wouldn't say, I got backache or whatever. It just, after about an hour of being in this thing, they get to be a little uncomfortable. That's really about it. Now, it's got adjustable lumbar, which does help out a lot. I do think if you find that sweet spot, it's in there somewhere. You just have to know where it is. I think you could make this into a comfortable road tripping vehicle. These seats and me, we don't get along very well. What I like about Mazda is because they're very subdued, maybe is the right word. They're very knowledgeable about what they are as a brand, and they don't really have to sell you on all their bullshit. They're really all about showing you this is a car you can take through the windy bits, enjoy. You can take off on another car. You got more than enough power to really manage through your day. Get out of emergencies. You've got the all-wheel drive for the snow. You really can, do some great things in this car, and I just love that it doesn't have to have, a big old badge announcing to the planet that I'm faster than you. It just knows it is. Really, if you didn't tell me there was 6 other seats in this car, it'd be hard for me to tell if I was just going based on just the steering column and facing forward and had nothing else to base it on. I really would be hard-pressed to tell you I wasn't driving around in a large city. It really does feel very, very well put together and very manageable on these tight corners. And, the body roll is there, but it's not as much as you would think. And it's not like, oh, well, then you get beat up on the suspension. It's just awful. No, it's comfortable. It really is. And, driving into D.C., there are potholes galore. I basically, my day-to-day is Baltimore to D.C., D.C. to Baltimore, all around that area. And to have a car that you can enjoy when I have to go through those little rounds, and a car that is relaxing to be in bumper-to-bumper traffic, which is a lot around you. And you hit a bump at 40 miles per hour, at 60, 70 miles per hour around here, you're looking at a great car for that. And it's remarkable to me. So this is Mazda CX-9. I hope you enjoyed listening to my thoughts. I hope you and your significant other can learn something from this. If you enjoyed what you've heard today, please, think about maybe giving us a subscription, hitting the little subscribe button. It costs you nothing. Maybe a little like, and maybe if you have any questions about the vehicle, I'll be more than happy to answer in the comment section down below. So, thanks everyone so much for watching. Have a good night. Have a good evening, wherever you are, whatever time it is there. Please, be safe out there.